Hi everybody, welcome to week 2, module 2. I waited until Tuesday to post this in case some of you were taking the holiday yesterday. Even though I had assignments due on the actual 4th of July, we just have such a short amount of time that I didn't want you to get behind, but if you have any problems getting things done over the holiday, just let me know. So the first week was kind of an introduction to the course, an introduction to the topic of diversity, equity, inclusion, as well as self-assessment, self-awareness. So the next 2 weeks are going to give you different assessments and ask you questions to help you know yourself better. So I've called it Knowing Yourself Part 1. So I've given you some readings about learning through reflection, because you're going to be asked to do a lot of reflection, just like you were in the 735 class and a little bit in the 702 class. And then I've given you some readings to help you understand how important self-awareness is to leaders, to diversity efforts, and to be an effective manager, friend, parent, so many things it can help you with. So those are your background readings for this week. Video about a self-awareness test. So this is a non-scientific, kind of hopefully a fun activity to start gathering some information about how other people see you. Okay, so in terms of knowing yourself, we'll be doing both personal assessments where you're taking surveys and answering questions to try to learn about yourself, as well as getting feedback from other people, which is huge in terms of self-awareness. So there's video, and then there's a video from Tasha Eurich. This book, her book is actually listed in the optional readings for the course. So if you're interested in learning more about self-awareness and the importance of it, you can read that later. So the assessments here, obviously you don't have the results from the ESCI. That's going to be a whole 2 modules on its own. But if you have not registered, purchased your code, and sent me the receipt, you need to do that, and I'll be sending you an email. I think I have 9 of you out of 15 so far who have finished that. Go back and look at your assessments from earlier classes. So the VIA, the Learning Styles Inventory was from, both of those are from the 702 class. We did a life story drawing from the 735 class. And then if you're interested and haven't done it before, I can get you set up to take the Myers-Briggs for $25. And you can go online to take the TKI to determine your preference for managing conflict. So really, in terms of assessments, besides the questions you might ask people from the self-awareness test, this is all information from your past. So if you have strength finders, you have DISC, if you have any other kinds of results from self-assessments that you've done in the past, or your own assessment of yourself at this point can be used in this module. So if you haven't completed the Demos Part 1 survey, do that now. If you're taking Dr. Duplass' class, he's also using the same survey and tracking kind of reactions to these topics. So if you've taken it with him, you don't have to take it again. So there's a discussion board, a written assignment, and a journal this week. So the self-awareness test results. So here I'm asking you to share the results of what people said about you from the questions from the video. Okay, so ask here, earlier I said 2 to 4, 3 or more, any of that's fine. And tell us about that experience. Who did you ask to complete the test and why? What did they say about you? And what did you learn? So just things that you are willing to share with people in the class. The second written assignment asks you to do the analysis or read about, why is self-awareness important for leaders. It's certainly part of the ESCI, so you'll get feedback from yourself and from your other raters on how self-aware you are. So what do the readings tell you, or what did you already know about why self-awareness is important for How will improving your self-awareness help you be more effective? And you'll find that the topics from this class might change you as a person. So we're not just looking at in the workplace, but also with your family, with your friends, other organizations. And then what recommendations will you take to help increase your self-awareness? How can you help others become more self-aware? So the entire course is about increasing your self-awareness. So I assume you're ready for it. The journal is where you're going to share whatever results that you want to share from this module. Reflect on the results. Do you agree? So this is where you can look at all of your past assessments that you've taken before and kind of summarize them in terms of what do you know right now? Okay. Do you agree with the results? Ask others if they agree. And then can you connect the results or what you've learned about yourself to your past and future behavior? So this week is a little lighter on reading. So if you want to go ahead and start reading ahead or reading the rest of the Harvard Business Review, readings about diversity, equity, inclusion, you can start working on the 2 books, Working with Emotional Intelligence and Humble Inquiry, so you don't have to do as much later. So I will work on grading your assignments from week 1 today and get you some feedback, and then let me know if you have any questions. Have a great week.